Gente, ojalá que todo está bien con ustedes. I come to you with a new video. This one is going to be talking about how did I know, or how did I knew I was trans, or how did I, figure that I wanted to be a woman or be presented to look like a woman, however you call it, however you see it. Well, for me, it started when I was really young, but I don't remember. I'm not like everybody has like very good memory who can say exactly how I knew. I just didn't understand gender stuff because my parents didn't really teach me about gender things. My mom kind of showed me a little bit stuff, so I don't know. My family, we didn't really talk about that kind of stuff, so I don't even remember them having a talk with me. Like everybody keeps saying, telling me that they had like a talk about genders and sex and all that stuff. My parents didn't talk to me about any of that stuff. So most of the things I learned on my own, and my mom kind of guided me in a sort of way. I knew when I was fairly young, kinda, that I was, not like everybody else. I was a crybaby when I was young. Very, very, how you say, effeminate. I just cry if somebody bullied me. I was bullied a lot, so they would bully me. I would cry, and they would call me a pussy or a marica, stuff like that. And when I was in Honduras, around maybe like when I was like 10 or 11 or 12, I don't remember exactly the age, I started like going into like my mom's clothes. And since my dad had like a lot of businesses in Honduras, he would get like shipment of different clothes and like women's clothes. And one time I would wear like, try to wear women's clothes. And my aunt would tell me, "What are you wearing? You can't wear that stuff." And blah, blah. You want to be laughed at. The first time I was introduced to transgenderism, I was even weirded out because I didn't know what it was. Now I feel bad ever being that way around this individual, but I didn't understand it because to me it felt like me, but I was embarrassed of it. And I felt that's what kept me from like transitioning for so long, is that embarrassment of what I could perceive myself to be. And I didn't want to embarrass my family, so my family didn't know for years. Nobody knew. My mom suspected, but she thought I was gay, which was kind of true, but not really. I'm bi, but she thought I was gay. And obviously that came out to not be the case. I took a long time to tell her even that I am trans. It took me after 2.5 years or even longer, I think, to tell her what I was doing to my body and myself. She doesn't really know everything, but she knows. But I don't think she really takes it seriously. Like, I don't even know if she thinks I'm transitioning. She just I think I'm a woman or whatever. I don't know. You know how that works. But my father doesn't know. I can't talk to him at all. Me and him really don't get along. I really call him, talk to him. But my mom knew. And my brother called me gay, faggot, called me a bunch of names. And he kind of knew also that I was kind of a little, different than everybody else. And when I first started acting more feminine, I was introduced to, like, when I got here, I introduced myself to it. It was visual K-rock and all that. Kind of got into it because I was like, hey, these guys are like feminine. Maybe that's what I need to be because they're feminine and maybe that's me. And I want to look feminine. I want to appear feminine. So let me try this. And I don't know, I liked the music, but it wasn't really me. I was just trying to present myself as femme as I could. So I thought that, like, Japanese K-rockers were like the most feminist thing I ever seen. Other than some black metal artists, but I saw them when they were like really young. So when they were really skinny, kind of feminine with the war paint, that kind of attracted me to like want to look that way, to be skinny, just be as feminine as I could look. But occasionally, what I regret doing is I would work out hardcore. So I would have this phase where I would be in denial and say, I can't be this way. You know what I mean? Like, try to hide it. Try to hide what you're feeling inside. And you're like, I can't be this way. I can't be trans. My dad is not going to accept. How am I going to do any hormone? I don't have money for this stuff. And I can't tell my parents. They're going to disown me. Which now I live by myself. So it doesn't matter whether they disown me or not. But you get the gist. I was younger. I didn't want to say anything. And plus, I got Latino parents, so it's harder. For me, I feel like it's tougher. So my mom was understanding, but on my mind at that time, I was like, this is gonna be tough. Sorry. Through the years, I would do that, right? I would go back and forth, playing this game. Like, okay, I'm trans, or no, I'm not trans. I'm androgynous. That's what I call it. I say I'm androgynous. I'm gonna be this way. I didn't really have friends. I don't have friends now. I hang out with some people, but they wouldn't really call my friends because a lot of them, people that I knew in my past, don't talk to me at all now. All of my high school people, they don't talk to me. Nobody really talks to me. I first person I told was one of my good friends from high school that I had, who was kind of like a friend. But ever since he found out that I'm trans, he like took me on Facebook, and he still follows me on Instagram. I think I haven't checked yet, but you get the gist. It's just an awkward thing, and then everybody I knew don't talk to me. What else? Other than that, after I would go back into these phases of like back and forth, I just couldn't take it anymore, and even through college, I would do the same thing. I feel like, I don't like to talk about my mental illness, but I do have a lot of stuff. And one of them, I think maybe I might have is like because I was very eccentric, and I didn't really fit in with anybody. I didn't fit in no groups. I tried to fit in because I got in trouble in school, but now I'm getting off topic, but it kind of connects to what I'm trying to explain. The whole point is, okay, after a while, I just felt like I had to do something. So I made a plan that I would move to a state that it's kind of like it's easier to transition for me or move away. So from Florida, because that's where I lived before. Now I'm in Seattle. And I won't say it's great, but it's good for me to be able to be who I want to be and be able to express myself. Because before I couldn't do this openly, and now that I'm away from my dad and all the people that I knew in my past, it's made it so much easier for me to kind of like break that wall of like this shield that I had that was hiding myself, my true identity. I know, I like I said, I know I said this in preview. I know I am never gonna look 100% female. I understand, and that's one of the things that got to me, and why I didn't want to do this, why I didn't want to transition, is because I was so afraid that I would look horrible. Until this day, I feel that way, because I don't have surgery, I don't have nothing, and I feel like I'm clockable still. I feel like guys and people look at me. A lot of people compliment me. Yes, they call me beautiful, they call me gorgeous, whatever. But everybody can compliment you, but if you don't feel good about yourself, your mind tells you different. And you see yourself in the mirror. And what you see in the mirror, you know, with all the makeup off, all the clothes, that's not what they see. You get what I'm saying? They don't see the true you. They just see a mask you put on. So think of it that way. And that's why I get scared. I was scared because I thought that I wasn't gonna be passable. Passable. I'm okay now. I'm not the best looking trans woman you've seen in the world, but I'm okay. Okay? And despite all that, okay, I'm in a better place mentally. I had so many struggles in my life. I've been homeless, I've been through it all. Okay? And this has been one thing that kind of brought me out. And that's why, okay, I knew I needed to transition. And that's when I realized I really needed to transition. Maybe I had it since I was young, okay? But when I really needed to transition was to save myself, okay? Because I felt like my life was not my life anymore. If that makes any sense. I know it's hard to understand, but this is just gonna be part one of it. I might do a second part of this video. Thank you for watching, as always. And if you find me interesting and you find my content interesting, stay tuned. I'll bring more videos. I might upload again soon, the part two. Maybe I've been gone for a couple more months. I don't know. Only time will tell. And I just want to thank everybody for taking the time to at least watch some of these videos. And hasta la próxima vez. I hope to continue the story. Bye-bye.